What's up? I'm not dead. I played and even briefly got addicted to Deadlock during the invite-only testing, and now it's officially been announced and the handshake NDA is gone. I can talk about what I think Deadlock does better, different, and worse from other MOBAs, but let me tell you, it's a lot of good. Before I start, my experience with MOBAs come from League of Legends, but I dabbled with a few others here and there. No matter the MOBA, these games have huge learning curves to start consistently winning games at lower levels. Deadlock has several quality of life features implemented to make it way more approachable. Firstly, and to me, this is the most important part of the game, there's all kinds of time savers to get you back into the action. There's an item shop in the lanes, assuming your first tower isn't destroyed. A zip line to quite literally streamline the process of you getting back to your position. And the more objectives you take, the faster that zip line is. A lot of my problem with MOBAs is that you just waste time walking back and forth. Wave management is a huge thing in MOBAs. I believe it isn't super intuitive to new players. Building up minions and crashing them into a turret when you're gone so that damage is done to the other structure and not your own. By the way, I was trying to get a recording of League of Legends just to have it, just for this segment, and some guy in our game quit because he died one time. This game fucking sucks. In Deadlock, laning phase is like 5 minutes. The initial structure can be destroyed if you kill your laning opponent 2 or 3 times. This really rewards the player for playing aggressive. Holy shit, that guy blew up like a fucking firework. Also, as far as I can tell, every enemy can attack others. There are instances in other games where a champion is strictly melee, so you will not be able to retaliate, and you just kind of have to stay under the turret and kind of grin and bear it. Here, I feel like all of the characters are powerful enough. I mean, there are still bad matchups, but at the same time, you can fight back. You can get kills with what you might consider to be a support character. There's also no real roles. You just kind of go into the game and the game assigns you a place. This really gets rid of that negative, possessive trait that people have in those types of games. Possessive over their lane, I mean. Nah. Most of these games are over in about 30 minutes if you manage to do super well. Games can be over in like 20 minutes, assuming you can plan according to your teammates' movements. This obviously varies. If nobody on either team can really plan or know how to end a game, it can take so much longer. Or if you're really cruel and you just keep the enemy team in the game by constantly killing them and then not finishing off the base. I don't think there's a surrender function right now, so that's kind of that's a really sadistic thing you could do if you get all of your team in on it. I suspect game time to stay around half an hour at higher level play. Structures topple very easy, and one fed individual can make what feels like a much bigger difference than in other MOBAs. Oh yeah, this is especially true because those inner guardians are destroyed near the base. You get a flex spot on your items. Frog, you are speaking gobbledygook. What are you talking about? What do you mean? This allows you to get an extra spot of items to steamroll the game even harder if you're winning the game. In Deadlock, I'd say tower defense is a lot more tricky and exciting. In other games, you have to wait for an enemy to engage under a tower for it to start attacking them. In Deadlock, the Guardian, or whatever you want to call it, attacks the nearest enemy unit. I'm just not used to it. I have died several times, and I'm not salty about it. I'm just pointing it out. I just got to change how I approach this game and stop thinking about it like a shooter translation of League of Legends. Relating this back to my point about saving the player time, it's a lot easier to get kills in between defenses. I'd say the only way to truly stay safe is to stick with your team. Otherwise, you're taking a risk, then you better be using that time well. The map feels very small with the right items, so massive changes can happen in an instant. I think a lot of people might hear the word MOBA and shudder. How accessible is this game? To be honest, it still has that learning curve you're familiar with, but it's a lot more digestible in this format. People who are used to hero shooters now, you've probably played Overwatch and can intuit how to play a team fight. So all you really need to do is analyze abilities and think about how to play it. Going into training and maybe accepting that you're going to lose a game or two to learn will help you realize what your character is good at, which can help you build your items. I think most people roll their fucking eyes when they look at MOBA items. It's a whole lot of reading. A lot of your success in these types of games is learning every fucking item in the game. What the fuck? You can't ask a new player that doesn't play these types of video games to do it at it. It fucking sucks. I think Deadlock has done an okay job with their descriptions and recommended page for you to just blindly go into. What's more valuable is that they add a feature where you can look up builds uploaded by users, when to buy items, notes on those items, why they're good. You don't have to worry about shit. There's a whole lot of variety. I feel like you can build multiple characters in multiple different ways despite what they have right now being fairly simple. There's items focused on weapons, vitality, and and spirit. Weapons and spirit represent the two types of damages, spirit damage and bullet damage, while vitality represents your overall survivability, like HP and defense stats. Other MOBAs have a billion fucking items for you to consider, and while I think it's complicated for someone that doesn't know shit about this stuff, it's a lot easier to catch up on knowledge, so somebody doesn't have to get beat down for 100 matches in a row, only like 5 or 6 before they get a grasp on what it is they need to do to win. Let me give you a tip, let me give you a tech tip. Biggest gap in knowledge is going to be between a new player and a guy that wins a lot is going to be killing the little NPC troopers. Last hitting them is going to get you way more resources than killing an enemy player. All killing the enemy player does is stopping them from getting resources for a period of time and keeping them off the map so you can destroy stuff. Last hitting the troopers will net you some souls. Every time they're killed, a little soul orb drifts out of them, both the ally and the enemy ones. If you shoot the friendly colored orb, you are going to secure those souls for yourself so you can buy items and get stronger. And if you destroy the orange or the enemy colored ones, you're going to deny them their souls that they get from those last hits. You could be the best fucking player in the world at shooters and not make a fucking dent in somebody who is fucking ass at them, but really knows how to play a MOBA. It's all dependent on the items that you build. Now, if you have both of those skills, you are going to do exceptionally well.
Let's talk about the graphics.
I was kind of worried about the graphics and the look of the characters. The test gameplay that I saw like a year ago did not look appetizing. Actually playing the game though, it's like none of that matters. My eyes get so drawn onto what's going on that I don't pay attention to all the minor details in the game. Also, kind of fucking hilarious that I thought these characters were a bit sauceless at first, and I look at the fucking Concord character designs, oh my god, that is like eating sand.
You look like you eat sand.
Love the city, looks really nice. I don't know what else to say. It doesn't feel as stylized as TF2 though. After playing with these characters for quite a bit, I've started to grow on them. And now actually looking at them, especially with the context of the theming of the game, I kind of like them. Let's rate all of them right now. All right, Abrams.
And like, easy A tier. I could see him push to S tier.
I would push him to S tier just because I love fucking, I love Hellboy.
Okay, he's a big blue guy.
He's big, blue, Hellboy, Nightcrawler? Yeah, this is a slam dunk.
Bebop.
Cool reference. I like that he's got like samurai armor plating down there, but not really because it's just like folded leather or something.
Yeah, I like so whatever the fuck that is. It's a cool touch.
There's like a prayer bead on his ankle.
I gotta be real, it's so hard to make robots look cool, especially when you go for the like junkyard look.
Yeah, I think maybe they just need to change a color somewhere and then up the contrast on that.
C tier? B tier?
I want to go B. I like Bebop.
B for Bebop. Okay, Dynamo.
D for Dynamo.
I gotta be real, I don't really fuck with Dynamo.
I don't like his outfit. It looks, it sucks. You know what? It's gonna be so much better when the fucking skins come out.
Yeah, he's gonna have some really cool skins.
When the $50 overcoat comes out.
I think what bothers me most is that he
loafers.
is this like $100 loafers. Yeah, he's gonna have a Ralph Lauren skin, bro.
Yeah.
D for Dynamo.
Yeah, D for Dynamo. Great talent. That's a F. It's so boring. I think it's just the colors are boring. If there was like a fun pattern on him, it would have been way cooler.
It feels like almost everything he's using right now is a default option.
I didn't even notice he got a robot arm.
Yeah, what's the fucking point of that? He's using it like a normal arm. This is what I'm saying. You can't just add technological advancements to characters that mean fucking nothing.
I'm just now looking at his bow. It's like, it's got like a bunch of like cylinders that like automatically connect it back to the bow, so it's functionally like a gun. yeah. Haze
is good. I like how her head is blobby.
I think Haze is supposed to look a little more hazy in the head region. I don't think it's done yet, but I like the idea a lot.
Yeah, I put that in B tier.
Yeah, I'll go B tier. Infernus, that's easy A tier. He's got a bit more to him in the portrait art.
Yeah, he's got a grin. I want to see his blindingly white teeth as he kills me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Ivy's so good.
Ivy's S tier. I love creatures.
I love fucking creatures, dude. I love goblins. I love ghouls.
I love fucking them.
No. Hold on.
The nose ring, the misshapen
She's literally
teeth.
Made of stone.
Literally made of stone. It's got like lines all up on her body.
Yeah, if you go into the sandbox, you can see she has like a fucking Roman numeral on her shoulder or something.
Yeah. No idea what that's about.
On her ankles, she has like metal cuffs.
You can't break those cuffs.
Okay.
Kelvin?
Kelvin. I'm gonna put him in A tier, bro.
I was gonna say, yeah, like either top of B, A tier, because he's very solid. You know what he's about. He's not super distinct. He looks like a Dota character, if that makes sense.
I feel like his design is solid, but if they give them like character and personality in like animated sequences or comics or whatever, he'll be really likable.
Looking at all the TF2 mercs, I would like give them all an A tier, but then fucking thinking of the cinematics and all their character, I would give it like S tier.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Lady Guist.
A solid A.
A solid A tier, yeah. I want that goopy arm. I can't say that. Never mind.
I want that arm
so
gooping.
Cool.
I want it. I want a little more sex appeal. I want that dress.
Yeah.
A little more up on the thigh. You know what I'm saying?
I want her to come to my house
and be friends.
I want to make her dinner. I don't know what that little hair thing is, because it's like a hair clip, but it's not holding any hair back, but it's chill.
Yeah.
Okay, Lash.
Lash looks phenomenal. I just want his tattoos to be a bit more vibrant. I think we talked about this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the one knee patch was an odd choice. But that just looks like his clothes are ratty, but also there's no stitching or anything. It doesn't really matter. It does not matter.
He's a classical honorable pugilist, except not honorable at all. I love it. I'll go A. McGinnis.
Okay, McGinnis, unfortunately, C tier.
Very cool, very cute, but like not. It's nothing.
I want more personality.
There is nothing distinct about this. Yeah,
I know her job.
You can tell
I don't know
she
who
jobs
she is.
really hard.
I wanted her to be like, barking orders to her teammates, but then when she puts down her
barking.
turrets, I think this is a good design, but I literally hate that little guy. I want him dead.
Little guy rubs me the wrong way, but Mo is amazing.
Mo fucks, dude. I love Big Pig Man.
It's weird. Mo is B by himself, Krill is D by himself, and both together they are A tier.
Okay, yeah, the synergy of little fucking guy shooting while big guy lumbers around is pretty fucking great.
It's awesome.
Paradox. I think this is a good design. that rosy red color that's going on.
Yeah.
That exact touch is what like half the cast is missing.
Yeah.
I would say Paradox is actually S tier.
I feel like looking at it objectively, that's a really fucking good design. It's kind of like Abrams, where it's just easy, like instant. You look at it,
it's
like
easy. I like the trench coat.
Even
Even
if it's not for you, you're like, holy fuck.
Pocket makes me so angry, dude. The most interesting thing about him is the fucking briefcase, and look how like decentralized it is on his character. This isn't like, oh, it's the briefcase guy. No, this is just the twink who has the briefcase. Okay, no, here, listen to me. This is goated. Instant fix on this shit.
Yeah.
The briefcase is chained to his wrist, like with like a glowing otherworldly chain. He can't get rid of it.
Ooh.
Instantly, he's cool.
What is he about? He's so mysterious.
Yeah, he's so mysterious. So very demure. I'm very interested now. You know what I mean? He's also wearing clogs. Look at those shoes, dude.
Those are TF2 shoes.
7 is good, dude.
I don't like the lighting on his portrait, but actually seeing him in game, he's like A tier at least.
Yeah, so ignore the portrait. Go in to see the 3D model, actually. Like, that's actually better
Oh
for
my
him.
God. He's
like an electric
looking.
chair from prison, but a man. Shiv's grown on me.
Shiv has grown on me. I love how I described him first. He's like a monkey man.
Yeah, he's not like a monkey man. Yeah, exactly. I like him.
He's got like a cool like wooden prosthetic that's like got a little bit of tech to it inside of it. It's kind of awesome. He fucking hangs by his feet like a monkey.
Oh, that's actually goated, dude.
He's kind of awesome. Like a trapeze artist.
Awesome.
It's so simple, but there's not much to say about it. He's got a great hairstyle. He's got a monkey ass face. Vindicta.
I think we're gonna actually disagree on this next one, bro.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I fuck with Vindicta.
I fuck with Vindicta.
Okay, good, cool. For a moment I was like, I don't know if he's gonna every time I see her floating in the air, I know who she is instantly, and I feel
Me too. She's very strong. But forgetting
she's
that.
so scary.
Forgetting that.
She's scary. She fucking kills me. She has no shoes on. Literally me.
Her gun is very basic, but there's kind of a charm to that, given how much is going on elsewhere.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking. It's like rose gold.
Her design tells you what you need to know about her, and her birds scare the fuck out.
I love the white. I love the plain red dress. The triangle on the fucking forehead.
This slight luminescence is good, dude.
I'm going S.
This man's my jam, but I wouldn't eat it because it looks disgusting.
This guy looks boring to me.
Yeah, no, I kind of just wanted to make that pun. This man should be completely blobular.
He looks blobular when no one's looking, but if you look at him, he
sucks at it. D?
Yeah, D.
He's so good. A tier, top of A tier, bottom of S tier. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking easy A.
It's a good design, but that's what it is. The reason it's A tier is it's because it's a good design, but it's also not adventurous. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they
it's
did
true.
the basic things super well, like a really good PB. Why do I always fucking compare things to sandwiches, dude? It was a grilled cheese sandwich every time.
This is an Italian urban cheese in this.
It's so bad.
I feel like I want Wraith to be S tier. I feel maybe it's
Especially
A though.
Yeah.
She's missing something, but I love the idea of the robot arms behind her doing the work for her, and she's like so fucking cool, got her hands in her pocket.
Yeah, that is an insanely good touch. She really do need something. I'll put her at upper B tier, lower A tier. We got a full A tier going on.
That's true. Well, this Valve Yamato. I hear they're gonna change Yamato completely.
Oh, interesting.
She's not gonna look like a weird alien, but I kind of like weird alien.
Yeah, I fuck with Weird Alien. I hope they at least keep like her facial structure, even if her skull dome isn't like a fucking Conehead situation.
I see. Honestly, A tier.
I like it. Yeah, I'd say A tier.
I fucking love it. The colors are great too. I think they contrast very well, and she's very recognizable.
Agree.
Okay, back to just me. I like the theme of the game. It's a supernatural mid-1900s city. I know these are probably nowhere near similar, but it reminds me of Genndy Tartakovsky's Unicorn Warriors Eternal. It's kind of like this, but British. I like the amount of characters that they have going on right now. I think a big barrier to entry for a lot of people to the genre is the fact that most of them have easily over 100 characters. It's overwhelming, and it makes the learning curve that much worse for a new player. Someone could get one-shot by somebody on a roll and not realize what killed them till several games later, when they fight that character again. Deadlock's roster is a nice limited number at the moment. While I do think a new guy every once in a while could be fun and interesting, any more than one a year or so will quickly balloon the roster. And I really like it if they avoid that and try to focus on the gameplay itself. Maybe new maps. Games like these lack a lot of new maps, you know? Oh yeah, cool feature that's not in a lot of these games. Deadlock has a death replay feature. Kind of fucking rules. Deadlock is probably going to be a free game, right? Yeah, I think that's the way this genre goes. And with that will come microtransactions. In my 7 on and off years of playing League, I have probably spent a whopping $60. So I'm not exactly susceptible to microtransactions. I think of it as more of a tip and a little something cool to dress up as, since I'm pretty sure I'm going to be playing the game very often. Kind of like investing in a nice jacket or a pair of shoes. As to how predatory these charges will be, I honestly don't have too much faith. It seems to me that a lot of items in Valve games are far too expensive for what you're getting, and even have their own digital collection scene, their own economy. I'm gonna assume things are not gonna be pretty here. One thing I think Deadlock can do better is just make the characters free. That's another huge barrier to entry. Dozens of games to unlock a single new character in other games. Just make it free. This isn't a double or triple A fighting game. Anything lowering the barrier to entry will make the game a better experience and easier to get your friends into.
Ice blast!
I missed. What does it do? What is it? Oh, come on. No, please. 2 more seconds. 1. Go! No. Yes. Snowball, die.
Game is good. If you hate MOBAs with a passion, do not play it. I don't think it does enough different for you to actually enjoy it. If you wanted to like MOBAs but it's felt a little daunting, definitely give Deadlock a try. This happened with my boy Chesh. Absolutely no interest in MOBAs. Now he's pretty into Deadlock. And if you've put a decent number of hours into one of those games, I think you're going to enjoy this spin on the genre. It's way different from Smite. In Smite, you just have to aim in a general direction. This game, you actually have to aim. Keep in mind, this game is not even out yet. There is 0 promotional materials officially provided by Valve. It might be one of the most played games on Steam right now, but it is still in early access. I'm pretty optimistic about the quality of the game. I think even Valve's flops like Artifact are still pretty good. There just wasn't interest in that type of game at the time. This feels out of left field, but I think it's great, especially comparing it to cookie-cutter trend chasers like Concord. They've allowed anybody with access to invite someone else, which spreads this game like a virus, using the most powerful marketing tool of all, word of mouth, which kind of demonstrates the 6 degrees of separation. I don't know a single person who doesn't have access to Deadlock if they actually want it. Thank you for watching my video. I'm still working on a Sekiro video, which looks like it'll be taking a while to finish. Hopefully you'll join me when it comes out though. Next video is looking like Risk of Rain 2, Seekers of the Storm. Alright, I'm gonna fuck with you.